Okay, proceed.
Okay, so this is representing 4 sections of the digestive tract. The first section is the esophagus, the second section is the stomach, the third section is the small intestine, and the fourth section is the large intestine. So we have 4 layers here. We can start. You've got this kind of on the stomach too.
Wait, what is the esophagus, right?
This is the esophagus, but we can start. It doesn't matter where we are, because we have the mucosa, which is the surrounding the lumen. Then we have the submucosa, which is underneath that, the muscularis, and then the serosa or the adventitia, which is on the outside. So, on the esophagus, the esophagus is mainly a mixture of smooth muscle and skeletal muscle. There's more skeletal muscle at the top and more smooth muscle at the bottom, so that when you swallow, the first part is voluntary, and then as it goes further down, it becomes involuntary. So you don't have any control over the lower part of it, but when you want to swallow the upper part, you do have control over. So that goes down into the stomach. And this is one of the problems with this model, is it should be showing 3 layers of muscle here. As we talked about, there's also an oblique layer. But you can see quite clearly the gastric pits here, which secrete the mucus, the hydrochloric acid, the pepsinogen, and gastrin, I think it is, which is a hormone that controls some stuff. The small intestine, we can see that we have our villi, and then the enterocytes on the outside here have microvilli to increase the surface area. And then the colon, in the esophagus there's no digestion, there's no absorption. In the stomach there's digestion of proteins, but there's very few things get absorbed. Things like aspirin and alcohol do get absorbed, but generally there's no absorption. In the small intestine we have a lot of it. In fact, most of the absorption happens in the small intestine. In the large intestine, any digestion that happens is not because of digestive stuff that's released, it's because of bacteria in the colon that perform the digestion, and they help make some vitamins, and those are absorbed in the large intestine. But apart from that, there's not much absorption. Some water gets absorbed, but most of the water does get absorbed into the small intestine. But then what we do have is we have a lot of these goblet cells that secrete mucus that protect it and aid passage of fecal matter down the large intestine.